Hey there, all things MSP crew. Eric Anthony here again with a vendor update. This time we have Hatz AI. And I tell you, AI, if you are not getting asked by your clients about AI yet, or you're not being pushed by, other people into AI, I don't know what's going on in your business, because that's the word on the street is we are seeing MSPs being pushed, shoved, dragged into AI by their customers and sometimes by their investors if you are a big enough MSP. So this is definitely something that you should look into. And today we're going to share some information, not only about how to drive AI as a business proposition into your clients, but also how to secure that. So I have Mark Leper from Hatz AI. Mark, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Really happy to be here. Thanks.
Awesome. So, we try and keep these as educational as possible, right? So, two big things that I really think are at the top of mind for most MSPs right now are the two things I mentioned. How do we actually monetize and drive this as a business process and product for our clients? And then how do we make sure it's secure? So let's start with that first one in terms of productizing or even getting in front of your clients about AI.
Exactly. And I think you're absolutely right. If you're an MSP and you haven't been pushed or pulled into the world of AI yet, it is coming. We've talked to countless MSPs about how their clients are asking them about it, and MSPs want to have an answer for their clients, and they also want to be able to monetize that answer. So talking about monetizing AI, the way that Hatz looks at the secure AI space, the managed AI as a service, whatever you want to call it, the best visual, I think, is on your website, right? You've got a drop down for all of your services that you provide. What we're trying to do is help you add AI after IT, cybersecurity. Put AI right there. Have a whole landing page about the secure AI offerings that you have. Let your clients know that you're in the AI world, right? That's step one, is just getting the word out to let them know that you have a solution or solutions, AI tools in your AI tool belt for them to use.
Awesome. So what are some of the things, you've talked about where to kind of advertise it and present it, but what about the actual product side of it? I
Mhm.
mean, are we talking about developing policies, developing white labeled AI chatbots? What are we talking about here in terms of building out a product for this?
Yeah, that's also pretty straightforward. With At Hats, we believe in initial recurring revenue and then additional recurring revenue that MSPs can build out their AI practice around. So the initial side of that would be getting your clients onto a secure platform like Hats, where they can use Gen AI, they can use different tools to help their business, but you're not necessarily the AI consultant yet. You don't have to go in and build and manage all of their chatbots and agents and workflows. That comes later, right? That's the additional recurring revenue. We see MSPs rolling out AI policies across their clients. They meet with them during a QBR. We're coming up, it's that season, right? We're coming up to end of the year, 2026. All right, what are you doing for secure AI? Some people are giving them a big red dot, a big 0 out of 10, however you score your QBRs. And they're saying, hey, what do you mean I have, a 0 here or a red here? Well, the answer is that you don't have a secure AI policy. So MSPs can help set that up. They can help, turn off all of the free tools, and then they can provide those secure tools in place of the free ones. That's the first part, just the AI policy. And then after that, you can start to build on those additional managed services like project work, building those agents and workflows, et cetera.
So if I'm an MSP, how do I approach somebody and actually onboard them onto Hats AI?
It's really simple. We always say just get started. We have a built-in onboarding and activation framework. So most of the time, MSPs are also learning about AI. They don't have to be experts in order to onboard a client. You just have to know a little bit about AI, be able to answer some basic questions. But most of the time, they're turning on a secure AI, at the very least, a chat interface for the majority of their clients in chunks over time. They'll turn on the secure AI interface, and there's built-in training, there's built-in onboarding. There's very little that an MSP has to do. The reason for that, Eric, is because their clients are already using AI, and there's not a handbook for ChatGPT. They're already using those tools, and they're familiar with how to talk to chat, how to prompt. There's some pretty basic things that you can just get started with right away.
So what's the advantage? Because we're talking about security and secure AI. What's the advantage of moving somebody off of a free platform like ChatGPT or Gemini into Hatz AI as a secure AI platform?
I think at this point, most of us have seen the articles, the headlines about IP getting exposed, sensitive data being leaked through ChatGPT, the whole New York Times debacle about a year and a half ago. And when people are putting their sensitive, proprietary, confidential business information into a free tool, you're just going to chatgpt.com and using their free unpaid version, all of that data is getting used to train future models, and it can come back out. It's like pouring a water bottle into a swimming pool, right? You're never going to get that water bottle back out. It's all going to be mixed in with the rest of the pool water. And when they're using the paid versions, even, we see this sometimes. MSPs say, oh no, my clients are all using paid versions. But sometimes they're personal paid versions. You have Jen from HR using her personal, and you have, Alex from the finance team using his personal. And well, when they put their business information into their personal paid, it's private, but it's their personal account. Then they go to another company. All of that comes with them. So there's still this issue of data being leaked. So the Hatz platform kind of puts a shell around all of that to let you use the household name LLMs, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. You can use Perplexity, Firecrawl, all in a private environment. So your data stays your data, and it's not used to train any of those third-party models.
Okay, so it's kind of like you wouldn't have an employee use their private email to do business work. You don't want them using a private LLM, even if it's a paid version, to do work for the company, because the company needs to still control and govern that data.
Exactly. And it almost becomes like an AI operating system for the business. It's a standard tool that your organization is saying, we're going to be using this for our AI practice. We say it's like the AI operating system for your business, where people start to use the same standardized tools to build that internal knowledge and keep things pretty standardized.
Okay, so we've gotten them off of the free or paid but personal systems. We've gotten them into Hatz AI. Now they're in a secure enclave, let's call it, for doing the AI basic chat work that we're all used to doing now. What do we do as an MSP then to elevate the usefulness of AI for that business, to better create more business outcomes rather than just handing them a tool?
Yeah, great question. So just going back to recap what you said about they're in that enclave, they're in their tenant. MSPs can spin up secure individual tenants for every one of their clients, and that's that initial recurring revenue, right? No onboarding needed, no activation needed. It's all self-explanatory, baked into the platform. You can turn it on and go hands off, and that's your MRR. The layers of usefulness and helpfulness and managed service that an MSP can provide on top of that comes through all of the work that you're kind of already doing, managing their data and helping them connect the many integrations. We have dozens of integrations with things like OneDrive and SharePoint. So just making sure that they're able to connect to that data in a helpful way. MSPs can help them build multi-step workflows that use AI to pull information from their data, from their SharePoint, manipulate it using Gen AI, put it back into their CRM like Salesforce, HubSpot, create emails and send messages and review transcripts, and all really in a no-code environment. MSPs can help build and manage those workflows and agents for their clients, as well as providing content, providing the education. AI constantly evolves, so MSPs can always just be even a half step ahead in providing really valuable content through webinars or office hours or training.
Awesome. So you mentioned the word agents.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys doing stuff so that MSPs can create custom agents for their clients?
Absolutely. Yeah. The agents that you can build on the Hatz platform they're all no code. Everything is no code. You don't need to be a developer to use anything. But the agents that MSPs can build can tap into the data sources that their clients are already using. So they can tap into your CRM, can tap into your SharePoint, your OneDrive, your whatever sort of, all your SaaS apps that you're already using, tap into those and you can just chat with it like a normal chat interface, but it's going to be able to go back and forth and take actions as a human. So MSPs can help build those and help them think through that use case ideation. What's going to be most powerful, most impactful for my business?
All right. So it sounds like the integrations are one of the probably more powerful pieces of this, because even with Gemini, you're kind of limited to the Google Workspace environment in terms of pulling data. With the integrations that you guys have built, you can kind of go cross-platform with a lot of different things. And I would think that that's probably one of the differentiators for what you guys are selling as part of this platform, to give them more capabilities using AI.
Exactly. I mean, the integrations that we have on Hatz, and we're always adding more. We added like 32 in the month of August. So we're just,
I saw that drive.
yeah, our engineers, I think, are still recovering from that one. But they did a great job getting at least 30 integrations out in the month of August. It was incredible. But they're not limited to a specific LLM. So just because something is available in like natively with Gemini, well, you can use those integrations on Hatz across OpenAI, X, Amazon, Anthropic, right? You can take those tools and apply them. You can even switch partway through. You can start a chat in like ChatGPT, GPT-5, and then say, I'm not really loving this. I want to switch this to Claude 4.5 Sonnet and just continue the conversation. You can branch it off and say, do some A/B testing to see which one does better. It's very LLM versatile in that way. We curate those LLMs so you have that freedom to explore.
Well, that sounds extremely useful and really different than the way a lot of people are approaching AI, going for a single tool. So if somebody's interested in finding out more about Hatz AI and what you guys offer, how do they reach out to do that?
The easiest way is just to go to hats.ai. We made the website really simple. Hats.ai. You can watch about 40 use case videos on there if you want to see more of yours truly on those videos. And then if you like what you see, just click on apply for partnership. And there's a quick form to fill out if you're an MSP. And one of our Hatz team members will get on the phone with you in just a few minutes, usually.
Awesome. Well, Mark, thank you so much for joining me today, and wish you all the success, and looking for some great things coming out of Hatz AI.
I was just looking at our year in review, and I can tell you the 2026 year ahead, it's going to be even better than what 2025 brought us. So thanks for having me on, Eric. Really appreciate the time, and have a great end of the year.
Thank you. You too.